Hey guys, welcome back to Demonata Month. Today we're coming at book 10 of Darren Shan's Demonata Saga, Hell's Heroes. If you don't know what Demonata Month is, check the link in the description, I've got a full explanation there. So the hype going into this book is unreal. Barnabas is dead, Mira's dead, Dervish is dying, Beck's been captured by Lord Loss, and Grubbs and Colonel are at each other's throats. Now, does this book live up to the hype? Is it as good as it's been built up to be? Well, make sure you stay tuned to the end to find out. For the very last time, this is Demonata Month, and let's get started. So our protagonist for this book is once again Grubbs Grady. I imagine Colonel wouldn't have been a very good choice because he can't see anything, so we do get Grubbs immediately after the events of Dark Calling happen. We get a brief wrap up of what happened after that, it's very short, and there's a time jump into the war that's going on between the humans and Demonata about 3 months later. So Grubbs and friends are pretty much humanity's last hope against the Demonata in this book. The human race thinks they're winning, but everyone involved in the actual war knows this is it. This is like the last battle. If you lose this battle, the war's over, we're dead. The only hope is either rescuing Beck or getting Colonel to the Ark. And that's kind of like the main premise of this book. It's humanity's last stand against the Demonata, and it is very, very intense and it is very, very exciting. Now, I imagine going into this book, some people might be worried that Beck is just a damsel in distress, but I'm glad to say that does not happen. You do get to see a lot of Beck in this book and what's happening between her and Lord Loss. Obviously, I can't say too much about it, but Beck is still a very strong character. She has her own character arc, and there are a lot of things that happen with Beck, and she's not just sat around waiting for Colonel and Grubbs to rescue her. Now, it would have been a very easy choice just to have Beck out of the story and just waiting for Colonel and Grubbs, but no, do not worry, she is a very strong protagonist still, and she has her own story arc that happens across this whole book, and I've got to say, that was one of the best stories across this whole book, is what happens with Beck. It is absolutely fantastic. I can't really give too many details, because it is very spoilery, so I'm just going to leave that there, and I won't be talking about Beck anymore. So one thing that really surprised me about this book was actually Lord Loss has quite a bit of character development. Now, we've seen Lord Loss across all the books, and he is just the evil demon master, and he's seen he's quite intelligent, and we do kind of know bits about him, but in this book you really do get a proper insight into his head, and that did really surprise me, because I wasn't expecting any character development from it all, but you really do get to see why he does the things he does, and like how he thinks like logically, and obviously we know that he does stuff for suffering, and he wants to see people suffer, and that sort of thing, but it's still really interesting seeing it from like the horse's mouth, like seeing him explaining himself. And you kind of see what he acts like when he's not like fighting Grubbs and stuff. You get like a look into how he normally acts. Now, one of my favourite parts about this book is the tension between Grubbs and Colonel. Now, after Grubbs has ripped out Colonel's eyes, saying they have a bit of a rocky relationship might be an understatement. Now, Colonel believes he has to get to the Ark to save whatever life is left in the universe and try and last as long as he can against the Demonata, while Grubbs wants to rescue Beck, break into Lord Loss's domain and try and save the human race with the Kagash. And the tension between these two characters who have like totally opposing viewpoints was like so interesting and like engaging. Because you really don't know if Colonel's going to abandon the team at any point and go rescue the Ark, or if they are going to end up going to Lord Loss's domain to try and rescue Beck, and you really have no idea where the plot's going to go, because either of these results are totally viable for a finale. Because it does look like pretty much life is going to be done for, there's no hope left, so why doesn't Colonel just leave? And you are guessing for the whole story, because you really have no idea where it's going to go. And the tension between them was just, the whole book was just like rife with tension between these two characters, and it was written so fantastically, and you really have no idea, like you don't know who you want to root for, because you obviously want Beck to get rescued, but you also think, well, if humanity's going to lose either way, there's no guarantee Beck's going to save everyone. So you really have no idea whether Grubbs or Colonel's plot is going to be the one that the story goes with, and it keeps you guessing all the way to the end, because you really have no idea what's going to happen next. So the action in this book, it doesn't really do anything too new, it's kind of similar to previous books, but it does feel like the final battle. You've got all the previous characters coming back together for this war, and there are several battles across the book, like defending humanity, and you really have no idea which one's going to be the last, because they could get overpowered at any point, and humanity could be wiped out. So most of the characters from previous books do return for this final showdown, so it was nice to see their faces again, and you really have no idea like when the final battle is going to be, because there's several battles in this book, and everyone feels like the Demonata are getting stronger and stronger and stronger, so at any point the human race just could be completely overwhelmed and wiped out. So the finale of this book is really, really great. You have the big final showdown between Demonata and humans, and then you get like their end section, which I can't say too much about, but it's kind of like wrapping up all the plot lines, and everything does get wrapped up quite nicely. Now, I imagine it might be a bit divisive amongst fans because of how it does end, but I didn't mind it that much. I did enjoy it, and it does wrap everything up. So if you're wondering, does all the plot points get like wrapped up? Yes, everything gets wrapped up. All the characters do get conclusions to their character arcs, and there isn't really anything left unanswered or unexplained. So overall, I'd have to give Hell's Heroes a 4 out of 5. The plot keeps you guessing the whole way through. I like how they didn't make Beck a damsel in distress. The action sequences are fun and engaging, and the plot also goes some really interesting places. The finale is very exciting and action-packed, and the ending does wrap up everything quite nicely. Though it may be a bit divisive amongst fans, I did enjoy it. If you've read the Demonata book so far, this is a great conclusion to the story, and you do not want to miss it. So with that said guys, I hope you've enjoyed Demonata month. I will be doing more Darren Shan videos in the future, but I'm going to take a brief break first. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment below, what did you think of the Demonata saga? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know. With that said guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and this is JJ Goodman, over and out.